topic for this.
Peace. What's going on, everybody?
I should just open up a new.
What's up with y'all?
Peace, y'all.
Peace. What's going on, everybody? Let me pause that. Yeah. See, the only thing about the Instagram feed is it's very confined.
What do you mean?
See how it's cutting you off there?
That's good. Okay. You start, Queen. Oh yeah.
What's going on with y'all good people? Pardon us, we started a live and we realized that we were live on Facebook and YouTube and not the Instagram, so we kind of had to restart it back to make sure that we got everybody. So y'all let us know if y'all can hear me.
Where? Take it up here. So far, it's all around the spot where this shit aggravated.
Pardon us, y'all. So y'all know OJ, you know, he's still on his road to recovery. He has not had his surgery as of yet. He's about to go back to physical therapy.
I don't know if I'm gonna get that surgery.
Yeah, we don't know when or if or when all of that is going to come into play because, like we said before, he is in a litigation from falling through some stairs. So, you know, it's been since last August. So
yeah, it's getting to the point now though. Like, it's like I be going blind sometimes. You know, like if I stay up too long. Yeah, I told you that shit. Like, if I stay up too long and I'm up just watching TV, I can't sleep. It's like it gets to the point where everything starts to get blurry. I be telling you that. I be saying that mad times. But yeah, I just went through that shit like the other night, man. I don't know. It's to the point where like I don't know. I kind of feel like it's getting worse because
it's straight. Just leave it.
Yeah, because my right arm, that shit hurting again now, and like. I hadn't really felt that in months, like the right side. Normally, I just feel it on the left side. I'm always numb on the left side. And it's like pulling and tingling from this finger here, this finger, and it goes up my hand, up into my shoulder, and, you know, into my back. You know. But yeah, like the right side is heavily affected now, too. So I've been dealing with that like a whole lot the last few days. But I mean, my lawyers did reach back out today, so I'm hoping that I can at least go in and get another epidural shot in the next few days or something. This shit ain't it. I've been popping pills all day long. I literally just took them to my.
Yeah, it's been a lot on this, y'all. So we appreciate all the support that we've been getting from everybody who've been, you know, whether y'all been supporting the business. Getting a reading, buying a book, you know, whether y'all just been donating because it has been a lot. It's real intense. It can get pretty hectic, especially, you know, when we were speaking before when it comes to the homeschooling, you know. So we were talking about, I think that's one of them. So we was talking about the video that went viral, you know, the 7th grade teacher here in Atlanta. And he was talking about how a lot of the kids aren't on grade level. You know, he's teaching 7th grade. A lot of kids on 4th grade, 3rd grade level. And we realized a lot of people have learned just how difficult it is keeping up with that curriculum, having your kids at home. But, you know, we have 4 and we've been homeschooling 4, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. And it's a lot that you have to put in, you know, to those kids, especially considering that curriculum. Like, if you are going by the curriculum, we've done it both ways. We've done a couple of years where we was just traditional homeschool, where we came up, you know, we followed a curriculum or a program to our choice. And then we've done where there is like online school. So it's like they're still a part of the school system, but it's done at home. So they have teacher, you know, the classes online. But they still have to follow the curriculum, do their work, which is what we are currently doing right now because it is 4 of them. And you would think it would be a little easier considering that they do have the classes that they can go to. I mean, yeah, you know, the classes they have to go to, but there's still a certain amount of that curriculum you got to go through every day. So we still have to put at least 6 hours a day with each child. You know, so it can be a lot. It can be hectic. So our day might consist of getting up. You know, we might start our day as far as with them getting up 6 a.m. We get up, we might, you know, cook breakfast. We got to make sure we feed them because they're not going to school. So everything is done in house. So, you know, we got to get up, we got to cook for them, make sure they're getting their classes, make sure they're paying attention, make sure they're participating, you know, because they got to absorb it. It's no point if they're not learning it. Then you got to make sure they're doing their curriculums. You got to feed them lunch. You know what I'm saying? You still got to do dinner. You still have to spend quality time, you know, regular time outside of school. So, like, our days are full. So there's times I do want to do more things. I might want to go live more sometimes, but I don't really have the time all the time to spend as much online doing these lives like I want to, because I think it would probably help business wise if I'm going live a whole lot more, maybe going live with other people. But at the same time, I just have so many other things that I have to put before it. We both do.
Yeah, right now I just want time.
Yeah, so, you know. So with all that being said, you know, like we said,
we might not be able to go live in here with me because this is like, it just feel, you know what I'm saying? Feel funny. I'll probably rather be in the bed. It's good. It's a tea. I think it's the way your chair is. You know what I'm saying?
probably it's cool. You go ahead. I mean, I'm just hopping on for a second. What's going on with y'all? What's up, everybody?
You know, reading about life paths, man.
Well, I don't have no comments.
Oh, I feel you. Oh, man.
But we could talk about some energy a little bit. Let's see what's been going on out here. Now, listen, we've been talking about doing this podcast, but we haven't done it yet. It's gonna take a lot to do that podcast. But what I'm leaning more towards is just discussing things that's going on every day. You know, the common talked about things, what's trending, and talk about those things in relation to energy. So take for example, let's see what's something that's been going on.
Dang near
Man, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. We talk about a lot of stuff.
What you want to talk about?
Come on, y'all. What's up? What's up, everybody? Where y'all at? Where's everybody at? Peace. What's up, Rodney? How's everybody doing? It should be right here though.
Oh, IG show up too?
Yeah, it should. It's supposed to, but
I don't think it is.
maybe it's not. You probably right. You definitely probably right.
Are you live on IG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. Let's see.
You're not live on IG, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Maybe you're not live.
Oh, I didn't hit go live. Dang, bro. Now I'm live on IG. Oh my goodness, bro.
It's crazy. It's alright. It's been going for 6 minutes. Literally.
Yeah, IG, my bad, y'all. Y'all just getting to the live. We was talking for like 7 minutes. Really, we talked for like 5 minutes before that, but we didn't realize that the live wasn't on for Instagram, so we do apologize for that. So we kind of got to resurface on what we was just talking about. But basically, you know, we've been talking about doing this podcast. Now, one thing about the podcast, we kind of just trying to figure out, one, if we do really want to do it, because it's going to take a lot to put that energy and that effort into it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But I'm leaning more towards, I want to do more current topics, what's trending, what's going on, and discuss those things in an energy fashion.
Yeah, I'm down.
You know, so we more so feel like doing that. And so
Like Coach Prime. What's Coach Prime energy?
Oh, Prime is a 404. Yeah, I did.
He got an 8 too. Master builder.
And both his sons are 4s. Yeah. They 1-3-4s, both of them.
Got that the energy to definitely build, even down to like him having them foot problems and everything. That shit definitely pivotal within his energy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, too much of the stuff just came out.
Yeah, facts. So But yeah, you know what's going on, people. It's a lot of things that's happening. You got the whole. Let me see. We got. We was talking about the teacher that went viral. You know,
Yeah, Georgia.
we was talking about that. How we can understand because we've been homeschooling 4 kids for a long time, and it's very, very, very difficult. I don't know nobody that really did have their kids all day. Like you have to do everything with them. You know what I'm saying? You teaching them, you feeding
Like we
them,
said, they do live classes.
everything.
But they live classes is basically from like 8 o'clock in the morning to most of the time like 12 to maybe 1, 2 o'clock. But we still have to turn around and they have to have at least 6 hours. And this is based off Georgia's like the law in Georgia. You feel me? So we most of the time spending like 12 hours. You know what I'm saying, with the kids all together.
Yeah.
With school and everything.
So I be beat, y'all. It be hard to.
And then like Mari, he still telling me like, "Oh, Dad, you ain't playing the game with me every day like you used to." And it's like, bro, like you know how much time we spend doing all this other stuff already.
Right. So it just get frustrating because it gets diminished. You know what I mean? Because we've been going through a lot. He's still recovering. We don't really know how long this whole thing gonna take.
I don't even know if this shit gonna ever get better. Like, cause I have a concussion, and they basically saying that the concussion is just not going away. It's been over a year, so it's a very, very high chance that I do have CTE on top of it, and I already deal with like being bipolar and PTSD from the military. So this shit it's literally a battle for me every day, like for real, for real. But I be just trying to stay positive, you feel me? I don't understand why most families aren't doing the same for their kids.
It's hard, bro.
The same. Yeah.
Oh, it's hard.
This shit is a lot.
It's a lot. I mean, you really
Especially,
have to
like,
be dedicated.
The way that this, like, even with math, like today they teach math differently and everything. Like a lot of this shit it's weird for us, but we going through it with them.
Yeah.
Trying to help.
And
I be showing them about like the way that I know how to do this shit. You feel me? Like.
right.
It's not the way that they teach it.
Right.
You feel me? So I got to teach them both ways. Oh, boy.
Yeah. And we've done it the traditional way. We said that before. We've done it a couple of years the traditional way where we pick the curriculum, we do all of that, and we doing it this way in terms of they came out a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like,
so now
we're
doing it. They're pretty much online, so it's like they're in school but it's from home, so it's like we kind of get assistance in the teachers that do the classes and everything, but it's like we there with them every ounce of the way. We got to make sure they paying attention, we got to make sure they participating, and we pretty much are providing like the basis for what they learning. So we got to do the repetition, we got to do the exercises, the homework. Like it can be a lot. It can really, really be a lot.
Like
man.
On Friday, they have a free day, but it's basically just tied to them catching up or either them going out and doing something with the school itself, because they do have like mad extracurricular activities going on like Fridays with them. But it'd be like throughout the whole state. So some of the stuff be like 3-4 hours away.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. I feel that. You can start a support group online about your condition. OJ, that's a good idea.
I need something, man. Cause I swear it be days.
Like this is not how we do it.
I really be feeling like giving up.
They do teach them different, and they teach them a lot of these different methods.
I be on some shit like, man, if it weren't for my family, I wouldn't be there. I ain't gonna cap with y'all. Like they really the only reason why I keep pushing. Like especially the way I've been hurting these last 2 fucking weeks, man. This is a good thing I ain't got no gun, but
don't say that.
No, it's real shit. Like,
I feel you though.
Probably would be them blew my fucking brains up.
And I really feel like
it is what it is.
I want O to talk more. I feel like it would really help him more if but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like
but
to find that support.
It ain't always easy to talk about a lot of this shit anyway. Cause like I feel like to be real, most people don't really want to help, especially when it come to the quote unquote people that are supposed to be your friends and support group and the people that you came up with. Like people really show you who they are when you're going through something. Like I feel like nothing shows you who people truly are like poverty and you know, just I guess strife.
Money will really show you who a person is,
yeah,
whether they
for
have
real.
a whole lot of it or very little of it. It'll really show you who people are, you know. But you know, that's one of the stifles of this society. That really, you know, poverty is traumatizing. Poverty is traumatizing. So you know,
Man, what's crazy to me right now though, babe, is like I took like 2 of these shits. I took 2 aspirins and I took 2 Tylenol,
well,
and I'm still hurting right now.
you taking too much stuff. You got to stop taking so much stuff. So what's good, y'all? What y'all want to build on? What we talking about? What we talking about, y'all? What's going on in what's trending in popular culture y'all want to talk about and break down the energy of it? So listen, I did a movie breakdown on Blue Beetle. I haven't uploaded yet, so y'all be on the lookout for that. I did the Blue Beetle breakdown because you know the Blue Beetle is all about the scarab beetle. You know the scarab beetle is all about rebirth, transformation, and all of that good stuff. So there was a really dope movie. It had a whole lot of, you know, symbology in it. So I'm gonna put that up for y'all later tonight. So I got that coming for y'all. In Avatar: The Way of the Water, is the blue people, black people, and is the green avatars African people or Samoans? That's a good question. It depends on how you look at it. But ultimately, the Avatar people are always a form of indigenous people. So, you know, we can say
tribal markings.
Right.
Kind of remind you of
Yeah. So depending, because they base them off of different tribal groups, African tribal groups and stuff like that. So when you look at the Way of the Water, I can see what you're saying about the Samoans, but you know the Samoans is really our people.
Samo niggas.
You know, like yeah, they Samo niggas. Like they really our people now. We like distant cousins. When you talk about the test signal thing tomorrow, y'all know I
was just talking to her about that.
I don't even.
Yeah, she ain't even know about that.
I don't even know about that, bro. I ain't been on the internet. I haven't been on social media. Like, social media really been bothering me a lot the past few days. I've been bothered so much by everything.
Yeah, she was talking about.
I feel like unfollowing everybody. I don't want to see nothing on social media right now. Like, everything is triggering to me. I feel so attacked on there. And I've been trying to figure out why I've been feeling that way. Why I feel so attacked. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with my awareness. Like, you know, I'm aware and I'm in the know of a lot of things. And so when people
there's always a shift going on.
Be talking about stuff in a way, I don't know, man. It just be making me feel like people don't be studying. You know what I'm saying?
Like when you was watching the video early and then you went to the next video, you was like,
everybody was saying the same thing. And I was like, man, I don't want to hear this. And I just got off and I ain't been back on social media since. And if you notice, like because we got this 24-hour news cycle, because stuff is always being released, you notice how quick we get over information? Stuff that happened a month ago, we not even talking about no more. We done forgot about it. Like, people can do stuff and literally just, if they just go away for a little while, come back, people forgot. People forgot about it.
What do y'all know about what they're saying tomorrow? Because I've seen like 2 videos on. I see more. 2.
Y'all talk to me. Y'all tell me about this whole internet. How about this whole stigma
they
thing?
said something about 222 and something with I guess the metal particles and mercury that they've been putting into our body with food and shots and everything else from the video I seen. But
I might have to look at a video for it, to be honest with you. Because I don't know.
You want to find mercury and let's watch it and then we build on it? This is something like everybody want to talk about pretty much.
Where did it come from, y'all? Where did this come from? And when did it start circulating? Cause that's always my first question.
I haven't been seeing it like me. I've probably been seeing it like, yeah, that dude right there was the first dude I think I seen him talk about it. And then there was an Asian dude talking about it as well.
So many people talk. I'm gonna dive in. Just a short video. Just my thoughts. May mean nothing to you. Could be just my opinion. But it's something that we need to think through. To dive in. Just a short video. Just my thoughts. May mean nothing to you. Could be just my opinion.
It's a delay in it, so I don't really want to do it.
Just a short video.
So yeah, I don't want to watch it on here, but so yeah, hold on, let me see. So yeah, I don't want to watch it on here, but so yeah, hold on.
That's why you need to be prepping survival guys and all types of shit.
Y'all know something like this come up. Y'all know this come up every year, right?
Every other year.
Y'all know every year is always.
Even though I feel like when they do this, like
it's predictive programming, man.
If I'm just saying, like I'm not saying that this shit is gonna happen, but I feel like if it was to happen, they need us to push that shit. Like they need us to believe it within ourselves. If enough of us believe anything, that shit can happen. It's like how Bobby him was talking about. He ain't believe how they do the shit with the what is it, baby, when they do Groundhog Day, and he was like. He feel like that shit still predictive programming. Like the fact that niggas believe that.
Yeah,
shit
because they have.
They say
they got to tell you.
And
so it's like
this shit like now. Okay, yeah, of course it's gonna play out this way because now you believe it, and our energy really push this shit.
Yeah, we the batteries.
You don't understand it. Yeah,
exactly.
We the batteries, but you feel.
Exactly, I agree with you. That's how.
So even with that shit, like with what they saying tomorrow, it's like I mean, I feel like if you believe it can affect you and it fuck with you, it probably can. It probably will. But I definitely think they are trying to, screw us up as much as possible.
And you're always under attack. Like you should always understand that you're always under attack. You're never not under attack. You understand what I'm saying? Like your propaganda is always trying to get into your head. They always.
The YouTube one look good. Like,
this is just what this how. Yeah. So if y'all want to see the whole big picture, if you on Instagram. You might want to go to the YouTube and look at it on the YouTube because it's it's a full screen on the YouTube. But yeah, it's a reason why they gotta tell you this. That's the reason why they have to do it. And you always gotta know you always under attack, no matter what is going on. Like everything is a piece of propaganda. If you can look at things like that and understand everything is propaganda, then you already aware enough in yourself that it provides a natural psychic protection. So the more that you are firm in yourself, like self-possession, right? Being a self-possessed person, like knowing who and what you are, being firm in who you are provides you with psychic protection. So you always are under attack. It's never not a moment that you're not under attack. It's in your food. It's in your health and beauty products. It's in your medicine. It's in the air. It's in the water. It's on the ground. It's in the phones. It's everywhere. Everything is having some type of impact on your electromagnetic field. So you always got to be prepared. You feel me? Low energetic signals. Yeah. Put out by emergency board. Okay. So it's the same. It's just like this, y'all. If you got a router in your house, like your router is always giving off a frequency too. Your TV, like everything is always giving off frequency, especially with us living in a time where we have so much technology. Like the shit don't turn off. You feel me? Most people don't turn their TVs off no more. It used to be a time where your TV turned off. You see what I'm saying? Like TVs don't turn off no more. The internet, everything is going non-stop. Can grounding help you? The water grounding always can help you, but the thing you got to be careful about with grounding now, man, they put so much stuff out in the air and stuff like that. You got to watch for the stuff that's out in the air and everything too, or on the ground too. The water in Nashville, Tennessee is red. Really? Why is y'all water red? Sea moss helps with metals.
Block him. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
I don't know who this person is. Some old weirdo ass nigga. I don't even know if I can even do that on here. Mm-hmm.
Can we get chocolate juice?
This late, Si? No, Si. You gotta go to bed, baby. But you know, it's a lot, man. It's a lot going on that we can always build on, man. So, you know. They test to see how fast the Trump. But anyway, what's up, though? What else we got going on? What else y'all want to build on? What's good? What's good? What's good? I appreciate you, Betty, grandson. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
No fathers, no pictures.
I bet. So look, we got a troll on our hands. I feel special because somebody wanted to make them a page just so they can come talk to me. But it's cool though. But anyway, what's good though? What else we talking about? Oh shit, hold on. Let me check YouTube. Oh, okay, I see. That's YouTube. But anyway though, what else is going on, y'all? The alert. Oh yeah, that's what we was talking about. The alert. I just say predict the programming, bro. They gotta tell us this so we can bring this into fruition. Enough people get to talking about it. Like that's how I see it. That's what I see that as. Cause see, I wouldn't even know about this shit if I didn't get on the internet. Like if I didn't get on social media, I wouldn't even know about it. You feel what I'm saying? So think about it. Like
I actually saw it early. I had saw it a few days ago, and then I saw it again earlier. I said something to her, and she didn't know nothing about it. She was like,
start doing shadow work. Shadow work is just like becoming more aware of yourself. So more and more as like you basically just addressing your triggers and your projections and things that cause you to shift in your personality, who and what you really truly are. Because growing up in our environments, in whatever environment that we grow up in, you know, it teaches us like subtly, subconsciously how we have to act around, you know, or in these environments in order to survive. And so what we do is we continue to be this way because we be this way day in and day out. It's a means of survival. So as you get older though, you know, you have to go back to these things and rewrite the story on them, because when you were young, you were too young to deal with these things, and you processed it in a way that made you kind of shut out who you really are. Yeah, it's a form of trauma. Everybody, no matter like.
It's just like let's think about this, right? If you a child, most kids start going to church and they like 9, 10 years old, maybe even younger than that. But think about the concept of the way that they give us hell. Like, I don't feel like a child should even be like around conversations that, you know, could damper their pureness, you know what I'm saying, or their ability to create.
Make them fearful.
Yeah, because I feel like that's what that shit does. Like,
yeah,
it's like taking away they light, they shine. You feel me? From an early ass time, like especially if you look at a child like the way our son Amari is it's like everything bothers him. You feel me? So I feel like if he was around like some church going people that's, you know, pushing like if you do this or you do that, you're going to hell. Like that shit would ruin him. You feel me? Like.
But that's another thing about that broadcast thing. That's a whole fear thing. See, a lot of stuff like you always gotta remember that fear inhibits your creativity. Like fear inhibits your God particle, your God gene. Like you can't tap in when you in that state of fear like that. So fear is always a means of control and manipulation. So whether it's through religion or whether it's through, you know, you're not gonna be able to do this, you're not gonna be accepted, or you're not gonna be loved. Any of those type of things, you know, they mold us, and when that happens, it splits our personality naturally. Like we develop a personality that's conducive to that environment. So it might be some good things about you that you had to hide and put in your shadow because your environment didn't nurture it or wouldn't nurture it or saw it as something that was wrong with it. So now it might be something that you actually might be good or might have a gift at, but it's dormant now. It's laying dormant. Yeah. And what happened is people don't.
Like they a child feel like that might have some 3 energy that might sit around and sing or be acting, and the mom or daddy be like, "Hey, sit your ass down." You feel me?
Right.
Like, that shit it's gonna fuck the energy.
Right. Like, cause you never know. Like maybe that's who they are, what they supposed to do. So when you're looking at it like that, you know, like that's really all it really is in the simplest terms. That's what shadow work is, you know, but it's levels to it depending on what you're looking at, how far you in it, how you want to get deep into it. But just psychologically speaking, on the surface, you integrating with yourself, the parts of yourself that you hide away, that you feel like not good enough, that you feel like is not accepted, so that you can make yourself whole again, so you can be your whole self. Because we get older, we become shells of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We be unhappy and we don't really know why we unhappy. You know what I'm saying? We just find ourselves going through the motions, different things like that. So shadow work is just any means of you dealing with self-awareness. You know what I'm saying? You come to terms with all the parts of yourself, you know? So oh, your mom got on the YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Good night. If you still look at that.
Oh, good night, Mom. But, you know. Yeah, the Amber Alerts, yeah. How do we feel about physical, material sovereignty and spiritual sovereignty and balancing it on this planet? That is an excellent question. Because I'm one of those few people who talk about it more as a spiritual thing than I do talk about it in terms of physical material, because I feel like it gotta start with the spiritual. What you say? This right?
My bad, I'll read.
This is about the sovereignty.
What is it?
But I feel like it's more spiritual. Me personally, I look at it as a more spiritual.
I'm over this motherfucker like really just trying to deal with my body. I ain't even cap.
You want to get up?
I mean,
bothering you?
I'm straight. Bro.
Okay, all right.
I'm working through it. Yeah, I got this ice pack. I'm trying to just keep this shit
yourself together
on the spot.
Yeah, I definitely see it as more spiritual though. Like that's why it's like you have to understand how to rule over yourself, and then ruling over yourself, that's in understanding yourself. If you don't understand yourself, how you gonna rule over yourself? You know what I'm saying? So you a sovereign of your own domain, like you a whole universe. So you should govern yourself, but most people don't govern themselves. They have the government and they have other means of authority to tell them how and who to be and how to govern. But
or astrology,
you know,
which is basically the same thing.
Yeah,
because astrology govern your life. That's why you go in the courtroom. They got astrology over too. You really being judged. Astrology shit. That's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different conversation.
So yeah, so shadow work. So
policing, targeting, shadow work.
I'm putting out a shadow work journal. I'm putting out a shadow work journal soon. I just finished a dream journal. I'm waiting to get some printed copies of it and everything.
Yeah, you finished that like yesterday?
Mm-hmm. My ear.
I heard your ear kissed.
No, it's my ear.
Oh yeah, damn, I forgot. You got that shit going on.
I've been having stuff going on in my ear.
I know
So
man,
y'all want to drop some
I know they like y'all got bad shit going on.
I mean, people have stuff
Hey,
going
man,
on.
we
You know
here
what I'm
though,
saying?
man. We pushing.
Come on, drop some birthdays. Who want their birthday read?
Check,
But yeah, y'all don't fear that alert, man. Don't worry about it.
check what's called. So, just
All right, boom.
Facebook,
I'm working on this. I'm working on this navigating.
I was about to say, 'cause you got people on Facebook too. Facebook, IG, and YouTube. It's fine. Birthdays.
The place beyond the spiritual, really seeing, experiencing on the physical plane. What you mean? Thoughts on the place beyond the spiritual, seeing and experiencing on the physical plane. Sovereignty. Oh, okay. But I mean, as far as with sovereignty, if you can like spiritually, it's gonna manifest into your physical. 12/22/1989.
Shit, 7, then 89 would be 27 and 34 3.
34 3.
34 7. Whatever.
Okay, you wanna do it? I don't read them.
Trust yourself. You sensitive to light, smell, food. If it's too hot or cold, literally everything about your environment play a factor. What you say to people, like you could be the source of inspiration or either the person to cut them down as a 3 person. The 3s need to wear a lot of blue because it help with your throat chakra. Trying to stay. I'm fuzzy headed.
7 has to do with music.
Trust, openness.
It's the spiritual completion number.
Yes, love.
So, 7s are seekers. A lot of times they be isolated, so you can feel like you want to be by yourself. It's because, like you said, you really don't trust people. Mm-hmm. So it can make you skeptical of people,
That person also got to learn to work at a step-by-step process. Learn not to skip steps.
Learn patience.
They could have like knee and back problems. They might have moved around a lot early on in their life. And as a lot of 4s, they want to build a family, in a different view or a different aspect of the family that they came up in. Like a lot of 4s can feel like it was something broken about their family or something that they wanted to fix, and they want to, like implement that into their actual family unit that they create themselves.
Yeah. All right, 7/29/1990.
Hmm.
37/10.
Empaths. They need music. Right. Is that right? 37/10?
Mm-hmm.
Natural born leader, good at everything that they do.
You can snap on people just out of nowhere. Their energy
that Chris Brown
can come out of nowhere. Yep, that 37/10. Empath, like you said, so you can feel people.
Another 3 and 7.
You don't trust people, and you be having avid reason to not trust people because you be knowing
you gotta learn to trust their vibes.
Yeah.
Like learn to trust your spirit and what you picking up off motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
If you feel like they're a bad person, chances are they are. Cause I'm a 0-2, and I'm an empath as well. Like it's literally like we feel the being within the person before the person really speak. Like I don't know if you can recall like situations where you might have been about to fight somebody or something. Like as an empath, we can kind of feel like the physical part has already happened, even though it happened on a spiritual level. It's like the spirit within me is fighting the spirit within you. So like when we get to that point, I already feel like you physically done attacked me. So on my physical body, I'm ready already because I already feel attacked on a spiritual level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I be.
But you know that 0 can also manifest as like being real strong. It could be like a sense of endurance. The 0 can manifest in a lot of ways, but what y'all do have to know too, when you got a 0, you deal with fears real bad too. So you always gotta confront your fears. But with that 3710, energy can literally change your mood. So if you going through something or whatever, like especially you can just put something on, and it can really kind of help shift your energy. So that's a cheat code for you.
And even if they need to get hyped or something, or be in a place where they riled up, or like let's say they about to play a game or do whatever, like the music can put them in the space to be as well.
And make sure y'all drop the year.
Yeah, if you put the date,
12/13/90.
Right here.
Yeah.
Let me see. That's 3, 4, 7. The 26. 8.
Oh, okay. That's
like to be in control. If it was a woman, you might have some big breasts, because a lot of times
perfectionist.
They be having like this breast is tied to control. We was talking about that a little while back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Breast is tied to control.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, 6 is nurturing energy, acceptance, perfection.
That's
6 can really like take on projects. Y'all got to be careful a lot of times, because sometimes you can take on too much.
Yeah, because y'all don't be balanced. Because y'all got that too to learn how to cooperate and balance. And like what people don't get about that cooperation, like you cannot overdo for people.
Yeah, it's give and take.
Like when you overdoing, it's never going to help make it right. It's never going to make it right, because they can't give more because you gave more. You understand? You only just gave more. When you give more, it's less for them to give. If that makes sense. It's like think about like this thing right here.
But that ain't even the prom picture. I don't know what you call it picture. It was in 9th grade then. That's all we do saying that.
Oh yeah.
It was in 9th grade. Our prom
it was like a military ball. Okay, so look at this right here. So like, let's look at it like with everything that's in this tube. You can't put more in this tube than what's in this tube. So if you give more, that's like you filling up way more of this, and it's only a little bit left for this other person to give. And you get mad because they only gave that little bit, but that's all they can give. Because you have to learn how to let them do what they supposed to do. If not, your ass always gonna be getting taken advantage of. That's your lesson as a 2. You have to learn how to say no. You need boundaries. So when you have a 2,
I'm already working on it.
That's what you gotta know about that too. You got to say no, because you be done overdid, and then when they don't do, then you want to cut them off and feel like they done did you wrong. But in all honesty, the lesson for you was you did too much. You can't do too much. If you have to do too much, you're in the wrong partnership. It's simple. If you got to do too much, if you feel like you have to do too much, that's not the partner for you. And you have to accept that that's not the partner for you. But the problem with 2s is 2 is codependent. So the 2 don't want to be by itself. But sometimes it's better to be by yourself than to be in bad company. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
October 27, 74. So, that's the birthday, the day before my daughter's birthday. She's October 28th. So that's what, 10, 2, 7. So 1, 2, 7, that's 10 plus 10, 20, 27. What's 27 plus 4? 31. So he's a 31-4. Did I get that right? Yeah, that one.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he is, that's 10, and 1974 would be 21. Yeah, 31.
31-4. Okay, Rodney. So you're a 31-4. So what that means is,
you got Tupac, like Nicki Minaj energy.
Got Drake energy.
Nas.
A lot of people. Nas is 34-7.
Oh yeah. Russell Westbrook is a 31-4.
Yeah. Derrick Rose. But that 4 energy is strong. It's learning process. So you gotta learn a step-by-step process. Like, go on, break it down.
Basically, the understanding that, you know, you got to do things instead. Like you said, like if you building a house, you got to build a foundation first and work your way up. So as a 4, you basically just got to learn to not skip steps, because when you skip steps, you make more work for yourself.
Right.
Like you might have to go back and do things that should have been done first over to get to the point that you already at. Right. It takes for us to like learn it. Even when it comes to relationships, a lot of times for us, they can bounce all over the place.
Right.
When they come to relationships and
because of commitment.
Yeah.
Because 4s got to learn how to see things through. You know what I'm saying? Because see, you got to like a 4 is like a work number because it's stability.
But that's why I take patience, because see, a lot of times with a 4, they can be about to reach their break, but they got the patience to wait for it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like they might jump on to the next
thing
and
before
the shit manifests, and then it could fuck up what was going on over here, and
everything can come tumbling down. Yep.
That's how the 4 works.
So you got to have that patience to be able to see it through. You got to be able to be committed, and that's why they can have issues with relationships, because commitment and relationship ain't nothing but work. It's all it is.
Then already got a 3, so you got third parties. Everybody we talked about earlier with the 3, y'all have to make sure in your relationships that you're not talking to people that want to still, you know, have a sexual relationship or whatever else with you, because as a 3, a lot of times y'all bring in that third party. It could be a person like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to make sure it's somebody that's like your actual friend, or that, you know, ain't gonna try to ruin what you already have. You feel me? Because that's the way it be working with 3s.
Because 3s don't like telling the truth.
Yeah.
They don't like, well, I ain't gonna say telling, they don't like speaking their truth. Like, because 3s are so sensitive, you know how people gonna react. So it's like, you already know. I already know. So it's like, when you know you got to say something to somebody, or you got to tell somebody, it's like, I already know how they going to react to it. I already know how they going to take it. Like, you can already feel it. And you feel how they change, because you have that high sensitivity. So you have to stay firm in speaking your truth and expressing your truth. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about 3s can get disheartened. If you look at a 3, the shape of the 3, you know what I'm saying? Like he said too, the 3 with it being expression. Dang, what else about the 3?
What did you say? Like, I like, you know how we are.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it's
I don't even know everything. Then you said like they could be actors and
y'all can be actors. It's anything, any form, any type of expression. You know what I'm saying? Anything dealing with beauty. You know, it's good for the 3 energy. So arts, artistic expression. So all of that
like
is
interior decorators.
But see, y'all have that creativity. See, you're a 3, 1, 4. So you got the creativity with it. But what comes with it.
That's why they could be great athletes too, though. Because it's creativity, expression, and then 4 is strength. So you combine all that.
And work.
Get
Foundation, routine.
Yeah, so you can get a great athlete out of it. Is Zion a 31 4?
I don't know what Zion.
I know he got a 4 his energy.
I don't know what he is. But yeah, the thing about those 4s though,
bad knees.
You deal with knees. You deal with ankles.
That's why
knees, ankles, and feet. That's your stable points, your points of
it's crazy because like looking at all the 31 4s, like especially if we talking like NBA, because you know like when you look at doing numerology, most of all of the NBA MVPs have all had 1s in their energy.
Not no more.
I mean, well, yeah.
They was predominantly 1s.
Yeah, it was all 1s, yeah. But, I mean, Tim Duncan had broke the mold to that with the Spurs. He was 34-7. And now, like you said, I mean, it's more people. I think, don't have no one in his energy either. That won the championship last year. I think he had a 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Giannis is a 32-5.
Yeah, Giannis. I know Giannis.
Now, Giannis and Dane is about to be a masterful duo because they both 32-5.
Yeah, and they both were searching for freedom.
They're gonna be a masterful duo because they're gonna understand each other.
Yeah, I'm about to say, well, this shit might really be ugly out here for the rest of the NBA. Man, it might be like a new Kobe Shaq type duo.
All right, let me see. All right, let's look at some more.
11-13,
98.
That's 6 and 33-6. They're 33-6.
Okay, 33-6. You a master number. Somebody else down here was a 33-6 too. 429-94.
393. 16, 1989. You want to do? I mean, some of this stuff is like, you know, we basically saying it over.
Well, we basically are, but okay. So 33, because it's a master number. it's heightened in your sensitivity. So you extra sensitive, and it makes for perfection and vision. Meaning, like, you really got strong issues of self-acceptance. So you can have these very high standards. It can be hard for you to meet these standards, and you super duper hard on yourself because of it, and it makes you not want. It can make you discouraged. So if you look at a 3, this is what I was gonna say, but I lost my thought. If you look at a 3, it's half of an 8. Okay, follow me right quick, y'all. If you look at a 3, it's half of 8. All right. Now 8 is power and abundance. It's also taking action, right? So the 8 takes action. The 3 motivates. So that's why the 3 is half of the 8, because the 3 is the inspirer. So you can say things to uplift people, to motivate people, to push them to move. That's your ability as a 3. That's what you do with your expression. You make people move, whether that's through art, whether that's through what you say, whatever it is, you make motherfuckers move. Because if you, like I said, if you look at that 3 being half of that 8, because that's what an 8 is. People who have an 8 and they struggle with getting their money, they don't know how to take action. They too passive and let people take advantage of them, and they end up missing opportunities, or they end up getting used and people take advantage of them because they don't want to use their power. And not like, hey, you better activate your damn power. Yep, they're too afraid of it.
Because like, a lot of times you look at 8 energy, especially if you look into like the karma energy, they might have did like some bad shit in their past life, and subconsciously they're actually afraid of their own power.
Their own power. See, my favorite 8 to observe is 50 Cent. He my favorite 8 because he really exerts his energy. Like, if you look at how he operates, if you look at how he moves, people say he a bully.
I'm about to say, you just still 50 goddamn like parent issues and shit though too, still all the way around.
Yeah. It's obvious. It's obvious 50 got parent issues, man. Like,
all the shows.
Every show, somebody's killing the daddy, or the mama got some serious issues. So 50, I think it's a little bit of, you know, some little psychological thing going on up in them power shows.
I feel like most of the shit that we make popular, it kind of be like that, which is kind of sad.
What you mean?
It's like, looking like even with Tyler Perry, like I feel like all this shit is like a toxic view or perspective of, you know, who we are. Like that shit always is, you know, what's put on the main forefront for the most part.
I mean,
even though I know, like with power, it's, you know, that ain't, you know what I'm saying.
I get that narrative. I mean, I understand it. I think it's all in how you. look at it, because everybody has it. Everybody has those stereotypes and tropes. If we being honest, if we really want to be honest, everybody has, you know, something of that nature. And the reason I feel like that, because the reason why I feel like it's mostly like that is because hip hop culture is just it's just connected to criminality. They made it like that purposefully.
Okay.
They purposely.
Like, you agree with what Charlie White said earlier about Sexy Red? That he feel like she pushing, like, first they pushed the thug energy and that almost wiped out half of the males. He feel like now they're gonna push the whole energy, and that's gonna push back. I mean, cause like, I know a lot of shit he say is like, it's over the top, and like even when he say some real shit, like it, like, cause of all the shit that he be done said, like, you know what I'm saying, like it kind of push people away.
I think we need people like Charleston White. I don't always agree with him,
yeah,
but
like,
we need
I
people like Charleston White.
Like, you know what I'm saying? What do you think about it?
On the surface, I get it.
On
the surface, I get it. But the whore is sacred.
I was gonna say that sacred whore energy is. I was about to say that
it's sacred energy. It's an experience. It's a needed experience. Like, bro, this shit just experiences. It's just data. It's just information. Like, the whore is sacred. I get it, but you know. But at the same time, you know, it's not a coincidence that she's being pushed. I'm gonna say that she purposely is being pushed for a reason.
Oh yeah, the
Mercury Rising, y'all gotta decode that. You know what? Mercury Rising sound is Wesley Snipes in that movie, or Sean Connery or somebody. I think I seen it a long time ago. I'm gonna go back and watch it since you mentioned it. I'm gonna go back and watch it since you mentioned it. I'm gonna go back because I haven't seen it in a very, very, very long time. Now, I just watched
a real mouse number will.
Dang, what we just watched? You fell asleep. No one is coming to save you. Yo, that's a deep movie. That no one is coming to save you. That's a deep one. Hold on, let me see what he's saying. Hold on, let me check these comments, y'all. Oh, that's OJ speaking. If y'all see him. I mean, you probably can't see him, I guess.
Yeah, they had to be on YouTube. It's cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the 369 has this, 369 if you looked in the Tesla.
Yeah, Nikola Tesla there.
Talk about a seed's life path with the perfection and the vision.
That's the end of it?
Well, to my this, the comment on 429.94. Wanna do that one?
What's that? 429, that'll be 11 and 4 is 15 plus like 23? 38. 38, Kobe.
Kanye. 3811. There's an 8 in there. And two people, and another thing, if you got an 8, people with 8s often have to deal with power struggles. Like they oftentimes have to deal with some type of confrontation with authority.
Yeah, even if it's in your relationship, you gonna see that shit.
Now, especially 2018s, it's kind of like a thing for 2018s because you got the 8 and the 10, so your ass ain't got no choice.
Well, I just started laughing when you said that. Man,
especially 2018. That's MLK. We said Martin Luther King is a 2018.
Yeah, 8 is infinity energy.
Yep, 8 is infinity. Yep, Ouroboros. Yep, yeah, it is. Yep, that boss energy. The CEO, the other half of the 8. Well, I mean, you could say like 2 3s would make up a 8. So,
It's minus 33.
50 was your favorite rapper growing up. Yeah, I like to look at people's energy, like, because to me, it's like they because they're on a grand stage, it's like I would like to be able to observe and at least be able to apply what it is that I'm learning. So I don't want y'all to look to any of these, like if you have their number, to look to these celebrities or anything like that, because that's not really the case. But they serve as good examples because they live in their life in the public eye. That's what happens when you famous. When you a celebrity, you chose this life, or it was selected for you for this life for you to be in form of the public eye. So everything that happens is going to happen in the public eye. Now understand, everything that happens with a celebrity, it happens to regular people too. So when people be like, humiliation rituals, I want y'all to understand that the universe will humiliate you. Like, it ain't just about no power. Like, it ain't just about looking at no powers that be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand how the energy works just in general. So naturally, cause spirit can humble you. All humiliation is humbling. It's just humbling you to like a higher light. You know what I'm saying? Or humbling you to light, or humbling you to something higher. That's all it really is. So when these celebrities do go through these humiliation rituals, they nothing but versions of ego death. They nothing but a version of an ego death. That's all they really are. You all the way up at the top.
Look like we froze. Oh, it's 'cause you ain't talking.
Yeah, I ain't talking. But it's a little slight delay because we streaming. Yeah, yeah, that's why too. But I think I'm gonna do that nobody's coming to save you. Nobody will say nobody's coming to save you. Y'all gotta watch that joint. That movie's so cold. It ain't even no dialogue in the movie. Did you notice that? True. Nobody talked in the movie. It was no talking. Like the girl, she never talked to nobody. Because she was fighting the alien the whole time. She thought the alien was coming to get her, and really it was like it was deep. I'm gonna do a what you call it on it, but y'all should watch that movie. It's a Hulu movie. It's on Hulu. It's new. It just came out. Well, you said it sounds hopeless that no one's coming to save you. But no, it's because only you gonna save you. That's what the movie showed too. Only you gonna save you. Like Truman Show. I feel that. It is spiritual warfare for sure. Absolutely for sure.
I'm trying to see their birthday up.
Girl gone 88. Did you share your birthday?
I don't see it.
I don't see it either. Drop your birth date in there. Full birth date.
She said, yep, that's my guess.
The movie I was just talking about was the no one is coming to save you. Yeah. So she had to save herself, yeah. Like it was nobody could help her. She had to save herself. It was like alien invasion. Yo, y'all gotta watch that movie, yo. It was wild. Cause I was like, dang, I didn't realize it until after. I was like, nobody spoke. There was no talking.
Yeah, most apes have an issue with authority, bro. Because you don't like to be controlled.
Yeah, you don't like authority. You naturally question. It's because you are authority. Like you know authority. Like you if every number has something that they master it, 8 is authority. So you always, but it's because you are having to learning to own your own authority. You have to activate or own your own authority. That's what you learning. That's really what you learning. So it's something that you having to learn about yourself.
I don't see it over here.
2/14/79. Are you a Valentine's Day baby, huh? Say 79. 33 seats.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you right.
So you VKM, if you let me see your birthday 2/14/79, you also are 33 seats. So you deal with that perfection, that acceptance. So a lot of things is about you accepting yourself and not being so hard on yourself. A lot of stuff gonna go back to your mother. People with a 6 is gonna go back to your mother. So you might have a very, very good relationship. You might be real close to your mother, but a lot of things about what you do, your mom comes to mind about what you want to do, how you want to do it. And a lot of 6s deal with how they should be. I should be feeling this way, or I should be here. I should, I shouldn't feel this way. 6s deal with that a lot. So y'all tend to like.
No, we don't really deal in slavery, bro. Sorry. That shit just sound like slavery to me, bro. When you say that,
what?
Jesus and you talk about no point in finding Jesus.
Oh no, bro! I don't really. I mean, Jesus is just one of many representations of the Christ energy. Which is, I don't really subscribe to that religious in all be all type of thing. That ain't my go. I'm good on that.
Shit right back to fear.
Yeah, that's fear. That's fear, manipulation, and control. I'd rather go back to what that came from, what that comes out of. So I took that route. I don't deal with that middleman.
She was just talking about.
You know, I let people be who and what they are, though. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really. That's not my thing, and that's coming from somebody who grew up in the church. You know, like I grew up in the church, and I always had questions. Right, I always had questions, and you know, it was always kind of you're not supposed to ask those questions. You can't question those things, and they never sat well with me. So, you know. And you know, Jesus is a son, because in cold north location you pray for the sun to come back at the winter. But in Muslim nation near the equator you pray to water because it's hot as fuck.
Well, I mean, the Muslim concept is kind of like some moon energy too. I mean, yeah, Christianity is like sun energy.
A 36-9, 217-79. Okay, 36-9. So 36-9.
You feel misunderstood.
Yeah, you felt misunderstood. Probably you could, it could be like that with both of your parents. You could kind of feel misunderstood by both of them. But that's the writer's energy. That's the poet's energy. You know, naturally 369 is very symbolic. It's a lot of science behind the 369. If you ever looked into Nikola Tesla and the whole 369 thing, I would advise you to look into that. But when you're talking about 9 is like endings. So nines are ultimate leaders, but they don't always know they leaders, you know. So what the nines have to adhere to a higher calling, so to speak. You have a higher wisdom. Nines are your old souls, and you are here to live out as an old soul. So you know better. So when you know better, you have to do better. So if you don't do better, or if you don't do right and you know better, you're gonna pay for it. Yeah, every single time, because you know better. So you have to follow that higher wisdom that you know that you have, versus like going with the crowd.
39-12. I really feel like you live by the age.
Maybe. I guess I can see that. What else we got? Anybody else want to come drop a birthday?
I think we already did.
Oh yeah, we did yours. You was the 33-6 VKM.
Let's say
3-3-1983. 1983.
You love 6. Oh,
what's that?
27-9. Yeah, with you, like, if you going through some shit, like, you got some good sex, it'll always balance you out. But y'all can get to the point where y'all overdo it with sex. Like, that's Future and Nick Cannon energy, too. Like, y'all 7, so y'all some angels. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, long as people on, like, the good side of your energy, you'll do anything for them. But if they do wrong by you, 7 people know how to get back at people. Like, y'all are very, 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 like, strategic in the way that y'all move. So, like, let's say if somebody was to do something to you, you could be the type of person that would, like, sit in the bushes and wait to see what time a person would leave, what time they would come back, and you would strike at, like, the perfect time, and they wouldn't even know that you did that shit unless you really wanted them to know. Like, that's how a 7 move.
How did we meet? We met at a high school ball.
23?
20. Just 20.
20 years now, is it?
Yeah, 20.
I thought it was like 20 years.
20.
It's 9th grade.
Shit, y'all holding on me. Y'all rich and more than anything perfect. Wish. I feel that because, trust me, we do know that. We do know that. There's a lot in it, in that, man. I absolutely agree with you.
We get reminded of that shit, though.
Yeah, we do. We get reminded of it.
We be telling it that.
Nah, we weren't that spiritual then. We grew up from the same place. You know, we went to little Christian church and everything. So, like Christians.
Like she said, like her family was heavy into the church, and mine was too.
Yeah.
Like she actually was the one that came into like the knowledge first and brought it to me, and I was like, "What, babe? You don't fuck with Jesus?" And you know, she showed me what she had to show me, and the rest was history. I trust it. Because I already had a lot of questions already myself anyway, so that shit was kind of easy for me. I used to always get into it with people at church because I felt like people were hypocrites. Like, I would be playing basketball and I would see like some of the whatchamacallits, like it might be a deacon or somebody, he out sleeping with, you know, some prostitute or something over the weekend. And like, I'm like, nigga, you ain't about to say nothing to me at church, and I just saw what you did. Like, you know, me as a young kid, like, I would call people out on shit, get in trouble. But yeah, I just felt like all that shit was like, it's always been bullshit. Like,
yeah. So like we met in 2003. So we moved. We met 2003. We graduated high school in 2005. We left Elizabeth City in 2009. We came to Atlanta. So we've been here since 2009.
Yeah.
2009 is when we really started to explore the knowledge, because I probably had to get away from home to, you know, really do it, because I mean, I started having questions as a teenager, and I was being told, you know, and I was shunned, you can't ask them questions, you know, and just, you know, the older I got, the less it made sense. When I was younger, I could get with it.
I feel like when you, like, by the time, like, probably within maybe 4 or 5 years of us being here in Atlanta, I feel like your grandma left a lot of shit alone. Like, she did. Passed it. Like, I feel like she felt like we found the truth.
I think we opened her up though.
Yeah, cause she started
following
you.
She had to look into some of the stuff I was saying, and I used to go hard. Listen, I used to go hard. I used to go hard, yo. Yeah, man. Elizabeth City. That's where I went to college. So yeah, we went to Elizabeth City State University. So I got my biology degree from there, 2009. I left from there. We moved to Atlanta the next month. We got finished in May and went to Atlanta at the end of June. So I got into like a chiropractic program. I didn't finish, but I got into a chiropractic program, and I was out of there, man. I was out of there. All I knew was I just wanted to go. I just had to do something, and that was just my way to go. But what I realize now is it was supposed to bring us here to this. It was supposed to bring us to this. That's what I know. What you think?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, well, yeah, man. Elizabeth City, North Carolina, man.
This what y'all back in the freezer. This pack.
Want to crack bones. But you know what? The guy, and this, you know what? The dude who started chiropractic, that man was an occultist, yo. Like, everything I'm glad that I did everything, every choice I made. If I had to do it again, I would do it again the exact same way, because it led me right to where I'm supposed to be, man. It led me there because it introduced me to like alternative health, and from alternative health, I got introduced to like chakras, and then it went up from there. It went up from there, and one day I was into this studying hard, and I sat down one day, and I was like, oh, listen, I don't think I'm a Christian no more. He was like, what? Why you say that? So when I told him, it was almost like he was waiting for a reason. It was almost like he was waiting for a reason. And so he was like, you know what? I showed him everything. And like, he really listened. He was like, man, I always knew something wasn't right anyway.
Then I started looking hard. I started banging hard at you.
And, you know, immediately a lot of family was like, man, I don't know who y'all talking to out there. Nobody. We ain't talking to nobody. We just started reading some books.
It's fact, bro.
You know?
You right about that, though. It ain't no wrong path, for real.
Yep, I agree. It is. It's no wrong path. I totally agree with you. Oh, peace out. Alaska tapping in. I see you. Alaska. Where y'all at anyway? Come on, let us know where y'all at in the chat.
See, man, I always have I always like me. I am one of them people that's like, I really, 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 really like want to know what's going on in Alaska, especially the parts that you can't get to.
You mean Antarctica?
I mean, yeah.
I feel you. But you know what? I know some people up in Alaska. I want to see the
Yeah, I mean,
I want to see the what's the thing? The Northern Lights. Can you see? Have you ever seen the Northern Lights?
Let's see if they're gonna say something else.
Chicago, Ohio, Cali, Minneapolis. I'm trying to build this thing up, y'all, so I could be going to these cities. I'm trying to come to y'all cities. What's up? We trying to come to y'all cities, man. We trying to bring our books.
I'm about to say, after we get this settlement, we're gonna be able to move how we want to anyway. It's just
yeah, really Zeitgeist. A lot of you know what's funny is I've never seen Zeitgeist, and so many people when we start having these conversations with them, they start to talk about Zeitgeist. I probably should watch it. London, Ontario, okay. Canada. All right, so you in Canada, all right. I appreciate your engagement in the chat. Hold on, it was I was about to say it's
somebody on Facebook.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do this person real quick because we ain't really. My bad on Facebook.
Yeah,
my bad Facebook.
We engaged with you.
But I'm gonna check you, Dwayne Michael. I'm gonna do you real quick. Let's see. 08-12-92. So that's 20. It's 10, 30.
21 plus 11. 39. I mean, 21 plus 11.
Huh?
That's 21 plus 11, right? Yeah, 11 and then 21. That's a 32.5.
Okay, so Dwayne Michael, you a 32.5. So a 32.5 is all about freedom and self-discipline.
Yeah, you really need to meditate. Yeah. Learn a little within.
You got a lot of energy.
Yeah, I would say go outside, bro. And I mean, I'd say this to everybody, but especially 5 people. Like, you really need to grind yourself. So go outside and walk around. Let your feet touch the dirt and the actual, grass and shit. Like, I did this earlier today myself. I went outside for like 35, 45 minutes, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Just literally just sit and soak it in. And I let the earth did what it's supposed to do. Because, like, that shit really helps you grind yourself, for real.
Mm-hmm. So because you can be scattered. Like, so that's why you need that discipline to be able to, because, like your energy, like, you want to travel. You want to, with that 5, it's really spiritual. It's a big love number.
I was about to say they could be very sexual.
Yeah, 5 is a real big love number, yo. But it's like an emotional love number. So, you got to make sure you don't get lost in people, because you can get lost in people in your relationships. Mm-hmm. Because with that,
they can want to save everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can. You 32.5s can be the rebels. Yeah. You want to
Malcolm X.
Yeah, you want to revolt. So that's your Malcolm X energy. 32.5. That's probably why, honestly, Denzel really was able to embody his spirit when he did that movie, because Denzel Washington is a 32.5 too. Yep, so they both are 32.5. And if you heard Spike Lee when he talk about when he was filming that movie, like, it's times where
it's crazy though, he was speaking. They be doing this shit a lot. They be getting a lot of actors to play parts, and their energy be matching up based off flight paths a lot of times.
I would do that. I would do that. Like, as a person who's getting into writing stories and storytelling, like, I do a lot of my. Oh, this ended.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it did.
The Facebook?
Yeah, it did.
I didn't even know. So we did that for him, and he ain't even know.
But dang. Soul to soul, yeah.
Facts.
Foot to soul. Soul connects to soul. Yeah, because think about it. Most people don't even touch the ground. Most people don't touch the ground. Like, they put shoes on, they get in the car. Like, ain't nobody touching the ground.
Society up for us not to be grounded, though. I feel like.
Because it's spiritual warfare.
Yeah.
It's to keep us, 28 years in Memphis, born and raised.
He's saying, like, she just cover it up because she understands. She always do a lot.
It's spiritual, bro. Especially when I'm doing this and I'm engaging, because Yeah, you gotta cover. You know, you gotta spiritually, especially when you doing spiritual work, it's ideal for you to cover your head. You know, most people don't know that, but
Yeah.
you know, and if you
I
know
thought
that's
you was talking
something.
about me get something to put on my head too. You know,
Mm-hmm. And sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I'll be wanting to
Charlie.
cover up like a Muslim, but I'm not. I'm not Muslim, but I be wanting to cover up. But I'm not a type of person like it's something good that you can get out of everything though.
Yeah, facts.
You know, it's something good you can get out of everything. We just gotta understand that all this stuff has been manipulated just to control us though.
Yeah, cause
Out of
see,
fear.
I'm one of them people like I'll take something from whatever it is that you present to me if I feel that shit within my being. Like if I feel like within my being that's something that I should take on and it should be a part of, you know, my everyday life, I would take that shit on and look deeper into it and all ball shoes to jump elevate off the ground.
Not be connected
Oh, yeah,
to it.
facts,
Yep,
facts,
that's facts. Everything is disconnecting us from nature. Like that's why so much is going on because we disconnected from nature. And that's just the reality of it, you know.
You wanna lie about
Did your
Facebook?
I wonder if your phone died.
It might have.
Yeah, your phone died.
Guess what? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna charge it.
Yeah, you could oh.
You can go out live on Facebook like this if you want to after this start.
Yep, they will arrest you for being barefoot in the store. But like I said, you know, they put stuff on the ground now. You know, they have stuff in the ground now to even cover that up. They covering all that. They trying to cover all their bases.
Yeah, fact.
They trying to cover all their bases, yo. They trying to get you somehow, some way, shape, or form. You know, so that's why I say you always under attack. Just don't ever forget it. How can you join our podcast? Well, we haven't put it out yet. But get on the Patreon.
Yeah, we did it last week, but we gotta.
The Patreon is it's kind of where it's at right now. But once we do get the podcast out, we'll let everybody know. Like if you want to come on,
But she saying she want to come on and talk right now with us. Is that what she said? You want to speak?
or do you just saying you just want to listen in on the podcast?
Cause we cool. We're talking to people too.
Anybody want to come on? There's a lot of Christmas meats in concrete. Oh, I can see that.
Send her a request if she want to come talk to us.
You know what? I don't know if I can do that.
From here? No, you can't. That's
I
crazy.
can't.
Cause you're not on your phone. You think? They probably can send us a request though, and we can accept it more than like.
So we got 213.85. 2, 3, and 3, 6, 16,
29.11, I think.
29.11. 16, yeah, that's
I know one thing. This bag of berry seal good on my neck.
okay. So Shannon on YouTube, you're a 2911. So when we're talking about a 2911, you deal with 2, 9, and 11, and slightly 2 because the 11 is a master number because you have double ones. So you specifically have 2 and 9 that makes up your 11. So you also have to deal with cooperation and balance. So a lot of things you have to learn about balance. You have to learn about codependency. You have to learn in terms of how to say no. You have to learn how to have boundaries. You have to learn how to not overgive. And you also have to learn how to follow your heart with that 9. So you have to know how to.
Yeah, humanitarian too is a 29.11.
Yep, you have to know how to
Like they used to do like a charity or something that like a charity that shit could like just make them a lot of money, especially if they operate from the right energy.
Yeah, you gotta what's it I was gonna say you can't allow other people's opinion to dictate you all the time because it's real easy to get caught up in other people's opinions with a 9.
Yeah, because y'all already got community energy. So whoever you're around the most, you're going to kind of sort of like do whatever they do. But you're like, do that shit better. So let's say, you know, if you like if they in the hood, right? They can be like the hoodest person out there on the block. Or, you know, they could be the person that know how to go from corporate to hood or whatever within the blink of an eye.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way the energy works.
Now, so 2911.
Go from the office to the block just like that.
Yeah.
And be able to just be.
And you got a high sense of intuition. Like, you're very intuitive and you can be very sensitive because those 2 ones can make a 2. Now, people with 2 ones a lot of times can end up by themselves or end up pushing people away because you got 2 ones. So it's like it's too. Your creativity is so big. It's just only you. 2911s. What we've observed a lot with 2911s. Y'all, you can have to overcome some form of abuse, whether it's verbal abuse or physical, so you want to keep that in mind. So that comes and has to do with.
Yeah, like a lot of times when we meet people who have kids and they're 2911s, I always tell them, like, make sure you watch who the hell around your child, because somebody might really want to touch them for real, because like that's literally how the energy works. There's so many 2911s who's been touched. Even like when you look at some of like these celebrity people or celebrity names, like you look at Michael Jordan, they say he was touched by like 100 or something. Same thing with Dwayne Wade. They both 2911s.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's some of the most athletic energy out there too. Again, like we were saying before, and
creative,
creative and innovative type. Because
Mm-hmm.
one can figure out how to just make some shit work. Like if some shit broke, they can like nigga rig some shit to get that shit to just work the way the energy works.
And then there's 2394. So that's 5, 10 is 15 plus 13. So that's 2810.
Go ahead.
Oh, you got it, 2810. So 2810 is y'all have a lot of y'all angry.
They have the most amazing energy.
Y'all angry. Y'all angry as hell. Y'all angry as hell. Y'all gotta direct that anger. Y'all love some sex.
But yeah, it's Shaq. That Shaq energy, LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? We had some good. You know what I'm
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King.
Monique.
Yeah. It's power. Like you got some game changing energy. Like you could literally like go into some shit and like shift the way that it is. You know, like the way that Shaq changed the NBA. How dumb he was, or the way that Martin Luther King, what he did for civil rights. Look here.
Right. It's true though.
For real though. Like,
yeah. But see, and though. Like I said, but y'all gonna have some type of issue with some form of authority though.
Yeah.
2018 is like naturally, like it's just kind of how it go. Like because you got an 8 and a 10. So 10, you gotta look at the 10 like some systems will break that 10 further down to a 1, but we look at the 10, it's like going up a level. So it's like going up into the next level. So it's like when everything in, what's next? That's the 10.
And see, it felt like I always feel like people with 1-0s too. They can always like just go from 0 to 100. Like within a blink of an eye. But I feel like a lot of it too is like I was still going back to them feeling attacked on the spiritual level first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and the more numbers there is, like the more stuff you really got to work through. Yeah. So a lot of our kids though, like a lot of people being born these 2000s and later, they only got like one number. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 numbers. So they're going to be distinctly different from us. That's why these kids are already like.
Some of them all feel way more involved. Like y'all was talk to our daughter, our 16-year-old, y'all be like, man, that's crazy the way that girl is. Everybody be saying that shit.
We've been thinking about maybe putting her on the podcast with us sometimes. Maybe some segments. But she is. She is. Yeah.
Even though she be too much for me sometimes, I ain't gonna catch.
She's very passionate. She's very passionate and
definitely her dad and mother's child.
There's an effect though of raising kids that think for themselves because they gonna question your ass. Exactly. They're gonna question you too because that's how you raise them, and that's how you want to raise them.
I was about to say, it
ain't easy though.
To be free though, yeah.
It's not easy, but
that makes sense. What was his energy again?
411 72. No, bro, we're not intentionally skipping over you.
Who said that? Hey.
Oh.
Skipping over me. That's the
What's
first
this
time
one?
we seen you, Mike.
I think the first time it might not have been a year on there, but we gonna check you. We
that
going back and
6.
forth, bro. That's why.
Yeah, we on two. He's 25-7 though. He got my money.
Oh, okay.
My dad
I understand, man. I understand then with that 25/7. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. So look,
Oh.
you can be really, really paranoid though. You can like you real high wire, you got a lot of energy because you got a 5 and a 7. So 5 already have a lot of energy and 7s are already really quirky. So you can be kind of paranoid and want to be to yourself a lot of times, but you want to be free. Like you have an adventurous side, but you have a part of you that don't really trust nothing. So, you kind of find yourself at odds with yourself a lot of times. What else you gotta say about it? 257.
I mean, he probably heard us talk about balance over and over.
Yeah. So same thing applies for the 2, the cooperation and the balance. You gotta stay no sometimes.
5 over and over too.
You gotta watch your nervous system. Like make sure you take care of your nervous system because being so high wired, like it take a toll on your nerves. So like just look into things for nerves.
And she has a nerve condition.
Yeah, she got MS.
She got MS.
Yeah.
So.
$430.94. That's my daughter's birthday. $430.94. 437.10. That's 17 plus 9 is 26 plus 4. So they are 303. So how can the one day change?
The one day, I mean, it can change. It'll change a lot.
A zero. A person with okay, so you look at a 303, they're very sensitive, and they feel a lot of things from other people. They're empath. So when you a 3, 3s can deal with depression. 3s can get really like down on themselves a lot because, like I said, they get disheartened so fast because they so sensitive to everything. So we pick up on stuff. So when you sense how people are affected by different things like that, it can kind of make it hard for you to want to express yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed 303s, they really kind of turn into themselves a lot, and it's a lot with their energy. It's a lot to really look into. It's hard because you gotta, a person's trauma, everything a person has been through,
A lot of 303s just really they be addicted to sex a lot of times.
It don't be just sex though. It's in addiction. Yeah, it can be in addiction though. It can be a drug.
The 303
they more prone to drugs.
Because what's that? We on the energy too.
It's also the most fluid.
Yeah.
It's also the most sexually fluid. It's the most sexually fluid energy because it's 3. 3 is so sexual. Like it's so you a 303, okay. So artistic expression is like really a good key for y'all. A 303 is like a Rihanna. Rihanna's a 303. Damn, it's 1 o'clock. We finna get off, y'all.
Yeah, we get on the markets.
We're gonna get some more. We're gonna get some more the next time we go live. It's getting late.
You wanna watch them?
Yeah. So I just wanted to we just wanted to kind of hop on the live for a second. Like we were saying before, if we were to occasionally go live, we would go live more. It probably would really help us more, especially business wise. But we have so much going on between homeschooling the kids, and even putting out this content that I do put out and everything with OJ with his recovery. So it's been a lot. It can be a lot sometimes, but I'm hoping to get a little more consistent with y'all on this live thing. So I'm gonna see what I can do about that. I'm gonna work on it for y'all. I appreciate you, Marley Pay. You have a good night as well. Thank y'all for tapping in. We gonna next time we hop back on, y'all make sure y'all bring some questions, whatever y'all want to talk about. And be on the lookout for that podcast. I think we gonna do it, y'all. I feel like we gonna do it. So be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, the Cash App is Know Thyself Universe. If y'all want to donate to the Cash App, I got a PayPal link in the bio if you want to give to the PayPal. Because remember, we do all this ourselves. To what? And OJ said y'all feel free to reach out to him if it's some people that wanna build with him on anything. Y'all follow him. Let me put his it up here. What's your it? But ain't it like 2 underscores behind it or something? I think you do. Oh, it's just one. Oh, I put it up there wrong then, y'all. Yes, I still do sessions. Y'all just if you want a session, the link is in the bio. The link is in the bio. And if you on the Patreon and you got the highest tier, then you automatically get a session every month. So if you on a Patreon and you ain't got your session, then you gotta hit me up so you can get your session. So you can get booked for your session for once a month. We do a mindset session. And when we do our mindset session, like I say, that's once a month. Stay on your P's and Q's. You come with any type of questions that you might have, anything that you might be dealing with. For those of you who are on the Patreon, I'm gonna drop the printables for the dream journal in there so y'all can print it out if you want to print it out. And it'll be the printables is 8 pages, but we putting it in a whole book format. The paperback book is like 110 pages, 112 pages, something like that. That's to assist with the dream interpretation, because when you're dealing with your dreams, that's your inner world trying to speak to you. It's the legend and the myth of you. All these things that's speaking to you in your dreams are trying to tell you about what's going on with you. Where I'm from, we from North Carolina. We from Eastern North Carolina, Tarboro, Rocky Mount area, a little more from Enfield area. So that's where we from. We from the 252. Huh? I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I love the introspective music. I'm way more of an introspective. I appreciate introspection, period. I love when an artist is willing to reveal what's going on within themselves. Okay, Myrtle Beach out there in Myrtle Beach as well. South Carolina, yeah. But we've been in Atlanta the past 14 years. Yep, since 2009. So but I'm looking forward to building this thing out with y'all. I'm hoping to get into these different cities and come and do some speaking and just do something. Listen to Joe Budden sing for the moment. I'm familiar with Joe Budden, his old work. Joe Budden is I used to be a fan of Joe Budden, the artist, bro. Like most people only know Joe Budden as Joe Budden podcast, but I used to be a real big fan of Joe Budden music. And speaking of that, Joe Budden is a 303, which really kind of make a lot of sense because he dealt with drugs type of things, all the way down to his sensitivities, his issues with women, all that. So that's what we want to bring to the podcast, is when we talk about these things, because people are going to talk about these popular topics. That's going to be what the algorithm pushes. So if we're going to talk about these things, at least we are going to talk about these things in a way that's in an elevated conversation. You feel me? Let's have an elevated conversation about it. Let's look at the energy around it. Let's look at what we can take in from it. Let's not just look at this as drama and entertainment. You feel me? Let's not just do that. What can we take from this? Because that's how you mastermind. Masterminding is if you can have the ability to observe and learn from others. That's just the same as you having that experience. That's a means of looking at multiple lives. If you can look at other people and what they have going on or what has happened or transpired with them and take in that lesson and learn, then then that's something you don't have to experience directly, that you can still learn from. And inadvertently, in a way, that's you experiencing in another life. That's an experience that you can already relate to, that you can already understand and get the data from and learn from and move on. Darren LeBaron. Let me see. Who's that? I see. It won't let me click here though. I'm gonna see if I can check this person out. Where I look them at on Instagram. I'll do that. That's cool. I'm always open to, all right. So my man talks about shrooms. I'll look into his content. I'll do that. Okay, the psychedelics. That's my next experience I'm seeking out. It's the psychedelics. I'll talk to y'all about that when I'm ready. Once I go through that and talk about that. I'm a shorty, man. I'm 5'2". I'm 5'2". Alchemists. Shout out to all the alchemists out there. I love to talk about and the study of alchemy. That's what our second book is about. It's all alchemy. Alright, so in the meantime, y'all check out the link in the bio if y'all want to look into any readings or look at the any books or what have you. I'm gonna wrap it up. It's been good talking with y'all. I appreciate y'all, and until next time, peace.